So we arrived here last night after crazy amounts of weird stuff with our flight reservations and missing a flight and having to have an additional layover. And here in Oahu, when we landed, they were calling for lots and lots of bad weather. And it's blowing in this morning, and here we are out on the beach, and it's definitely windy. It's blowing about probably 25 miles an hour out here. Kind of cool though. Ready to get started with our vacation. This is our tour bus that we're using for the Circle Island tour. It's been a good tour, except it's rained most of today, so we've missed 2 or 3 sites that we wanted to see. One was the Buddhist temple, but that's alright. It's been pretty rainy and not necessarily what we wanted to do, get out of the rain. So this area, they call this island Chinaman's Hat. So if you visualize it, it looks like a Chinaman's hat. And some of the drawings that we've seen actually have a little Chinese guy drawn under it, and you can really tell that that's what it looks like. And then as we go further out, this is called Turtle Island, so that looks like the back of a turtle with its head. So that's pretty cool stuff. So here we are on the opposite side of the beach of Chinaman's Hat, and I'm just taking this video of this mountain range. It's really cool with all the fog hanging over the mountain. It's kind of interesting. It's rained pretty much all day today, but it's finally started to break up a little, so we're able to get out of the bus and actually take some pictures and some movie and what have you. Here we are on the top of the mountain on Oahu, and it's kind of windy up here, but it was too rainy up here earlier when we drove up, so the driver took one of the 3 highways that traverses the island and brought us back up so we could get a view of it without the wind or without the rain. So this is overlooking the Turtle Island area and the marine base that's over there. And all over this island are these chickens and roosters. They exist everywhere. We're in a state park here, so they're protected according to our driver. But they were brought from the mainland by a few folks who decided it would be a good idea. And these chickens are everywhere. They're all over the island. Here we are at the entrance of the USS Bowfin submarine here at Pearl Harbor, and I'll tell you, that was an amazing tour. It's all guided with a headset with numbers at each of the stations that are significant. It was probably one of the best tours I've done in a long time. It's amazing how small this ship is and what our soldiers had to go through and endure on a tour in such a small submarine. It's pretty neat. Here I am on the Arizona Memorial, and it's a very somber experience coming here. It's quite amazing. It's kind of hard to put it into words, but it's somewhere, if you've never been, it's somewhere you need to come visit. The oil from the Arizona has continued to spill. They said that there's enough oil left for about 150 years at the current rate. The myth has it that these are, they call these black teardrops, and it's to honor those who have passed and those who will pass until every member who was associated with the Arizona has passed. And there are even some of our current battleships here too. This is an escort carrier. It looks like it has AV-8 carriers on it. Kind of neat. Visiting the Missouri it's coming up, and visiting the Arizona was pretty impressive. from the Missouri, looking at some of our existing fleet, I think. Kind of cool. Here I'm at the Pacific Air Museum, and we looked at quite a few of the older aircraft, and these are some of our latest air superiority fighters, including the F-14, F-15. I think that's a rescue helicopter in the background, an F-80. This was actually pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of neat aircraft here. Here we are, our second night in Hawaii, and this is Waikiki Beach. Sun's about to go down. We've had a really busy day today. We went to the Pearl Harbor Museum, and the Arizona, and the Bowfin, and the Missouri, and the Punch Bowl, and we are just beat. It's been a busy day. We're having a great time though. It's very, very neat. Well, we didn't spend a whole bunch of time on the beach here in Oahu. This is Waikiki Beach from our balcony. We just didn't have a whole bunch of time for the beach these first few days. We did walk on the beach yesterday, but this is just amazing. We're about 11 stories up at the outrigger, and the waves coming in, breaking on the surf. It's just kind of cool. You hear about this all the time, but I've never seen it. And even when I'm in other places where there's beaches, it doesn't look quite like this. And those islands over there, the reefs that are sticking out of the water, those were underwater yesterday when we were on the beach. So I'm suspecting that the tide is probably, maybe 5 or 6 feet, because those were clearly underwater. We've got an early pickup about 9 o'clock this morning, so we're going to check out here and head to our next destination on the Big Island. We've got 5 days on the Big Island, and then we'll go for 5 more days on Maui. Started out pretty cool. This is really neat.